not spend a single Astrite on version 3.0 until you watch this video. We are looking at Cartethyia versus Lynae. On paper, it's the return of the Aero DPS queen against the new Spectro Support God. But here is the reality check that nobody else is telling you. One of these units is a massive resource trap that effectively demands you pull her signature weapon to be viable. The other, she might just be the most F2P friendly unit we have seen since launch. If you pick the wrong one, you could be benching your new 5-star within a month because you can't afford to build them. We are breaking down the math, the weapon requirements, and the meta value right now. Let's make sure you don't ruin your account.
By the way, if you are planning to pull on the upcoming banners, stop buying your Lynates directly in the game store. You are literally paying too much. I use Loot Bar to get safe, discounted top-ups. If you are worried about safety, don't be. Loot Bar has a 4.9 star rating on Trustpilot with over 30,000 real reviews. It is the most trusted site for a reason. Don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get the best deal on your next 10 pull right now.
Let's start with the rerun banner, Cartethyia. If you missed her back in version 2.4, you need to understand that she is a selfish hypercarry. She demands field time, she demands resources, but she pays you back in raw damage. The kit breakdown. Her gimmick is the dual form. She starts in her smaller, faster form to stack Aero Erosion, a negative status that deals damage over time. Once you pop her Resonance Liberation, she transforms into Fleur-de-Lis, her adult form. This is where her damage skyrockets. She gains massive AoE, ignores defense, and essentially nukes everything on screen. Why she's still top tier? Even in 3.0, Cartethyia is the ceiling for Aero damage. She scales off HP, which makes her tanky by default, a huge plus for mobile players or anyone who struggles with dodging. Because she applies Aero Erosion so consistently, she pairs perfectly with the new off-tune mechanics we're seeing, even if she wasn't originally built for them. The catch. She is restrictive. To hit her theoretical max damage, she really wants Cyacana and Aero Rover on the team to buff that Aero Erosion. If you don't have Cyacana, Carthethia's value drops slightly because you're missing her best-in-slot support. She effectively locks you into an Aero Erosion team archetype. Now let's talk about the new star, Lynae. While Cartethyia is the sword that kills the enemy, Lynae is the hand that guides the sword. She is a Spectro sub-DPS and buffer, and her kit is loaded with utility. The kit breakdown. Lynae's combat loop revolves on her roller skate mode. It's not just for style. While she's skating, she builds Lumaflow energy rapidly. Her goal is to enter the field, do a quick burst of Spectro damage to trigger Tune Break, and then leave. But here's why she's meta-defining: her outro skill. When Lynae leaves the field, she grants the next character a massive Resonance Liberation damage deepen buff. This makes her the best friend for characters like Shangliao, Ino, or even Jinshi. Anyone who relies on their ultimate to deal damage wants Lynae on their team. Unlike Cartethyia, who is the team, Lynae fits into almost any team. She's versatile, and her movement mechanics make overworld exploration incredibly fun. Versatility. Winner, Lynae. It's not close. Cartethyia is locked into Aero DPS roles. Lynae can slot into a Jinshi team, a Shangliao team, or even a future fusion team as a general buffer. If you care about account flexibility, Lynae wins. F2P friendliness. Winner, Lynae. This is where the tables turn. You might think a main DPS is easier to build, but Cartethyia has a massive dependency on her signature weapon. The gap between her signature, Defier Thorn, and her best 4-star option is roughly a 20 to 30% damage loss. That is huge. If you pull her without her weapon, you are playing a significantly weaker version of the character, and that feels bad for a hypercarry. Lynae, on the other hand, is incredibly flexible. She functions perfectly with the standard 5-star pistol, Static Mist, which many of you picked up from the standard banner selector. It provides the energy regen and team buffs she wants. You don't need to spend extra Astrite on the weapon banner to make Lynae feel complete. Power ceiling, the meta. Tie. If you need a main DPS to clear the middle tower of the Tower of Adversity, Cartethyia will carry you harder than Lynae will. Lynae can't carry a team alone. She multiplies the power of your existing carry. If your account has no built DPS, Lynae won't save you. If you have a built DPS, Lynae makes them a god. The final verdict. Who should you pull? Updated checklist. Pull for Cartethyia if you do not have two solid teams for the Tower of Adversity yet. Crucial, you have enough pulls to get both the character and her signature weapon. If you can't guarantee the weapon, her value drops significantly. You prefer a hypercarry playstyle where one character stays on field for 10+ seconds. You have Cyacana sitting in your roster unused. Pull for Lynae if you are F2P and want a high-value unit without touching the weapon banner. You have a static mist gathering dust in your inventory. You already have strong DPS units, specifically Shangliao, Ino, or Jinshi. You want a character that will likely remain meta for 6+ months because supports always age better than DPS units. That is my breakdown for the 3.0 banners. Let me know in the comments, are you Team Wind Queen or Team Roller Skater? Or are you skipping both to save for Mornier in Phase 2? Don't forget to like and subscribe if this helped you save your Astrite. Good luck on your polls, Rovers!